Hello! Today is a special video. I was invited to take part in the amazing One Fantastic Scene project by Shobogan Who, a fabulous event in which many YouTubers have come together to talk about their favourite Ninth Doctor scene in celebration of Christopher Eccleston reprising the role for Big Finish, and it's a delight to take part in it. So, for my choice of scene, I'll be taking a look at the Doctor and Rose's goodbye scene to Adam in the long game. What a strange man he was. Having joined the TARDIS crew very temporarily at the end of Dalek and into the long game, Adam Mitchell is the archetype of what happens when the wrong person becomes the Doctor's companion. He exemplifies what could easily go wrong if you choose someone with their own motives to come aboard the TARDIS. Adam had travelled with the Doctor and Rose to the year 200,000, and being the science geek that he was, instantly fell in love with the tech and the possibilities that he could gather from it. Idiotically, he chose to meddle in the technology of the time period by getting an info spike installed in his head, which sprung open at the click of his fingers, revealing his brain to the world. That was his first mistake. His next mistake? Trying to transmit all his findings of Earth's technological future to his home in 2012, almost rewriting the timeline and changing the world. That was his second mistake. Another one, you say? Well, in his attempt to transmit information, he accidentally revealed to the editor and the Jagrafess about the TARDIS, thereby breaching the Doctor's trust. That was the third mistake. Yet another one to come? Well, at the end of it all, he tried to blame the Doctor for his mistakes, saying it wasn't his fault because the Doctor was in charge. That was his final mistake. And now we come to the scene in question, the goodbye. It's honestly fairly intense, and you can feel the fury radiating from the Doctor as he fixes Adam's screw-ups to preserve the timeline. And of course this involves destroying the phone. It was crazy that Adam thought anyone would believe him anyway. We all know what humans are like, he probably would have got himself committed. But the thing is, Adam demonstrated himself to be unworthy of being a companion to the Doctor through his actions, and it is foolish that he would try and act otherwise. The Doctor and Rose have dark-humoured fun with the implant in Adam's head, clicking it open repeatedly to his annoyance. The Doctor calls him out on his greed, and in turn, this can be seen as Adam's punishment for his actions. The guy is now stuck on Earth with an implant in his head that he cannot control, and it's activated by a very common human gesture. A gesture that could happen at any time, anywhere, easily. As the Doctor says, he will indeed have to live a quiet life. All the potential that Adam had, all the plans of greatness that he had seen for himself, he can no longer go for them. He has got to be average, unseen, nothing. He can't even get a job. Because if he is seen by anyone on the outside world with that implant, just a simple, he will be finished. He will be taken for testing, experimentation. The big bosses of the world will want to see what makes him tick, and in doing so, he will likely be killed or condemned to a lifetime of intensive dissection. That is the fate of Adam Mitchell. He had a life full of great prospects. He could have travelled with the Doctor and seen the universe through new eyes, had his horizons expanded, but he screwed it all up for himself by becoming corrupted, by wanting to use the Doctor's gift for his own ends, for greed and giving in to temptation. I mean, it's like if we used the Doctor to get next week's lottery numbers. It's the same principle. Personal gain is an absolute no-no when being a companion to the Doctor, and this scene perfectly portrays what it is truly like to screw up a friendship with him. Especially with this Doctor, someone who is raw, hurting, and only just learning to trust and get connected to people again. And of course, Adam ruined that. No second chances. All through the scene, Adam is thinking of himself. All about the chip in his head, all about how he wanted to help, all about how they can't leave him with the implant, and a failure to grasp the potential repercussions his actions could have had on the world. And he does nothing to change the Doctor's mind about him. And the end, the Doctor tells him that he only takes the best. Rose Tyler being the best for him. Desperate to the end, he tries to convince Rose to take him with her. It doesn't work. She leaves him without a word, Adam's last chance of being fixed now gone with her. And much to his chagrin, his mother comes home, and while she is proud to see him, the ending of this scene exemplifies how difficult Adam's life is about to become, as she clicks her fingers and discovers his new brainy secret roughly 10 seconds after laying eyes on him. And that, to me, is why this is one fantastic scene. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Did you think it was a fantastic scene? How do you think Adam's life turned out after this? And don't bring up that comic where he was the main antagonist, because that would be cheating. Although that was a very weird and unexpected twist of events. Comics, man. Anyway, once again, a big thank you to Shobogan Who for getting me involved in this, and do check out all the other fantastic videos by other brilliant YouTubers involved in this project. As always, feel free to like and subscribe, and until next time, see ya!